Hello, if you're new here, my name is Phaedra, and with my family we flower farm in Victoria in Australia, and this is our gorgeous farm. Morning. We have a really big day ahead. We've got to get a lot done, and it's sort of our first day to actually get things done because we've had kids home sick for like a week. First things first, I need to get all of the early spring seeds in. And the project Moroni is working on, do you remember, well, we didn't buy it. A friend bought us the cocoon tunnel. This was probably over a year ago now. And we still haven't put it up. And she's been overseas and we really want to get it up before she gets back, just because we think it would be nice for her to see that we actually did it, because we're starting to feel like it's looking ungrateful that we haven't got this up yet. He's got to bend all these poles to make the arches. I'm going to be filling up trays with soil, so I've got my mask on. I'm just having a slight delay. There's a whole heap of flowers in here that are cooler season, you know, transition season, and it's getting too hot in here to leave them. So I'm actually moving them out of the hothouse. I'll have to move the ranunculus out again too. I haven't even started on really filling trays up. But foxgloves, violas, I've got dichondra. It could probably deal with a little bit more heat. What are those other things called? Hollyhocks. Some of these things, I mean, hollyhocks could stay. They'll be okay in the heat. But it is starting to warm up in this tunnel, and there's just some plants that you don't want them to get too hot or they're going to stop their growth. So pansies and violas, definitely. There's my hollyhocks. I'll leave those. They're from my neighbour. She gave me the seeds. Hello, Rose, if you're watching, and Pat. Pat was talking about starting a YouTube channel, so I hope you have. I keep meaning to run into you and ask you, have you uploaded yet, so I can watch? And yeah, I think I need to get my ranunculus out. I moved the ranunculus back in because I just wanted to boost them a little bit, get them really growing, and now I'll put them back out again because the temperatures are nice back outside the tunnel. Actually thrive better out there. So having this grow tunnel is amazing. I love it so much. I feel like it's been a massive game changer on the farm. It's helped us get on top of planting much quicker. Plus having these benches that are up high is so nice. I was thinking about how I used to plant and then just put everything on the ground. It was just so much extra work all the time, and you just kind of didn't check on your plants as much because it was so much effort. So this is really good. The only thing you do have to be aware of is you do have to remember which plants like what temperatures, and once things start to heat up in the tunnel at the start of spring, you might have to move things out, whereas other things are going to start thriving now that the warmth is hitting them. Like my hydrangeas, you can see they've picked back up. Some didn't really even die off too much over winter. Some did, and it's now that I'll be able to find out which cuttings actually survived. Something real quick while we're in the tunnel. A viewer, E-Cole, and then there's some more numbers. I'll put your name on the screen. You'll know who I'm talking to. Do I know your name? Now I don't know. I'm really sorry if I do and I've forgotten. So, the story that they shared was they'd watched how I propagate things, take cuttings. They had some trees that had to be lopped down and quickly stopped I think it was the company that came in to remove the trees, grabbed some branches and started cuttings, and some have actually sprouted. So, and I'd mentioned in a comment reply back, the way you can tell if your cuttings are actually producing roots is you very gently pull on the cutting. So let's do that right now with my cuttings and see, and we'll check my lilac cuttings because I think they all died, but let's just see, because you're looking for a little bit of resistance. If it pops straight out, you haven't got roots, and that cutting's probably not going to take. These are my little lilacs. That has got no resistance. It's getting buds, but it may just be that the sticks stayed moist and alive. No resistance. I'd say I've maybe only got that one and that one with roots on it. We can have a bit of a look. Let's see, do we have roots down there? Oh yeah, we do. You can see them down in there. So that is looking good. This one, let me just get the soil out. Oh, it does have roots, look. It's got a really nice root ball. So it may not survive now that I've like disrupted it, but it's okay. I wanted to show you. I'll show you one of these hydrangea cuttings. So this is all dead, but it's got new growth here. So let's just, oh, there's a slug, little buggers. Oh man, you really want to be gentle. Look at all the root growth. So that's what's stopping the sticks falling out. Now I'm going to go find one that has died and show you the difference. This cutting would have been too thin. In all honesty, something like this doesn't have a lot of hope of surviving. And it's so loose, there's nothing on it. That's good for you to know. If you have been doing cuttings, stop watering the ones that haven't taken because you're wasting your time. These are the delphiniums, the ones that I really want, the super angel and the blue jay. This is an example of a plant that didn't like being in my tunnel because it got too hot, and they don't like the heat. And I think I've really probably killed them. Anemones were the other one. I put them in and they got too hot and they've stopped. If you remember back, oh well, for years, I've been trying to grow billy buttons and having lots of trouble. Anyway, I've had them in trays again, they're not doing well. And I've just discovered they've got tap roots. So I think what's happening, they're hitting the base of the tray and then freaking out. So these ones that are still alive, I'm going to transfer them to deeper trays. I can hear my neighbour, he's over at the fence talking to Moroni. There he is there. Okay, we've had a chat. This big field here, Pat's pretty keen to put something in there, so I suggested the everlasting daisies, but we're about to have a really hot, dry summer, so we all think it's probably not the best year to be going about that, because we've also got the paddock out in the field, so we need to all get everything, what's that thing called? Slashed. All the grass down. And prepped. And prepped. We'll have a cool view and they'll have a cool view going down their driveway. Okay. Just got home from picking up a fake sick kid from school.
Yeah, so we cook 2 now and we save another 2.
I was trying to hold his hand but it didn't work. Did it, mi amor? Anyway, what are you doing now? Have you finished bending poles?
I know I have one left, so I can show you how.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll bring them around to have a look.
Okay.
We'll do a little excursion to the pole bending arena. Okay, I'll park this car. We'll get crack-a-lacking. Shani built me a teepee. They're actually my stakes to build my own stuff, but anyway, I think the kids have taken it now. Every day when I bring the kids home from school, I drive them really slow past this garden and I give them a garden tour. And they hate it so much. They're so sick of having my garden tour. Sometimes the kids are so sick of it, they just jump out of the car and they run to their house. But it's a cute garden, look at it. I even put a seat there. So we'll go to husband pie in a minute, but I made these nice treats. These are so delish. And it was just medjool dates, just squish it on the bottom of a pan, drizzle it in peanut butter, put some roasted, like chopped up almonds, and then you put dark chocolate on top. Keep it healthy, you need to find a dark chocolate that is as low in sugar as you can get, because the medjool dates are really sweet. But these are so nice, and it tastes like Snickers, like a super healthy version. So good. I went all the way down the street. I do a flower delivery. But I had a kid in a sick bay. And I told her over the phone, if you come home, because she's not sick, if you come home, you have to go to your room. There's no screens. You just got to lay in bed. Like, you can read a book or something. So suddenly she's okay. She's back in class. Mum Hack 101. Follow me for more mum hacks. Wow. So this kit came with just a heap of straight poles.
Yeah.
2.4 metre?
2.4 meters, yes.
All right, tell us.
So you just...
It came with the pole bender too. So you got to secure that.
And then you just bend it like this.
Is it hard?
Yeah, a little bit, but you get used to it. Then you put it like 20 centimeters, something like that. And do it again.
Oh yeah.
And one more time.
Looks good. And you've got to make sure you don't twist it when you do it, or you'll get a bowed pole, because then we have to attach all these. Oh yeah. This is a messy job. He's kind of a messy husband, so it suits him, doesn't it? So now I'm back. I've just watered everything in the hothouse, including all those seed trays that I just filled with soil, so that it can compact down. I've got heaps left to do in here, but it's going to rain tomorrow, so I'm going to go and get a few jobs done that I really don't want to do in the rain, because I can be in here in the rain and finish off everything else. I'll show you where I'm up to, and hopefully we get back to this before the end of the video. I've moved everything around. We've got all of these trays filled, ready to sow. Actually, sorry, from here to here are the Lisianthus. I've actually moved them so they've got a bit more sun. They're still doing fine, they're just very, very tiny. To the point, like, where are they? But here, it's one there. It is a little bit sparse. Some have germinated much better than others. Anyway, it's a waiting game. Then I've got empty trays, a couple there. I've got more there to fill. I just ran out of newspaper. I'll go down the street and grab some later this afternoon. Up this end is plants that can go out. Rebecca, Golden Marguerite, Callaway, it can go out. Matricaria Champagne can go out. Sweet peas, except I don't have a trellis, so we do have to work on that. My onions, really need to get those out. And then we've got the Sweet William, which, remember, I had to re-sow it because it wouldn't grow, so now it's coming up. These ones are probably okay to go out. These little tiny ones, I could. Look, in all honesty, if we want to get it out, we can get it out. It'll grow better out in the field anyway. And then I've got the Canterbury bells, and some are quite big. Sorry, Moroni's on the mower. Oh my gosh. What did he just do? Anyway, so the Canterbury bells, they're kind of all over the place. I might just leave them in here a little bit longer, just get them a bit bigger. Get those out. And then we've got the feverfew seedlings. They will be not going out for a long time. Transplants for feverfew, the cuttings, which I know look really sad, but that's what happens. And then we've got all of these transplants to go out. I think you saw those in a video, us putting them in. They've got to go out. These ones have to go out. And I need to repot all of my hydrangeas. We'll talk about that in another video. And I've just repotted those billy buttons, just the ones that were still alive, in deeper like cups, just to see what happens. Maybe they'll perk up and I'll actually get some. Okay, what I'm going to do now, we're working on that grow tunnel, the cocoon tunnel. I need to go out into the paddock and start marking out where it's going to go. I just need to put some pegs in the ground for the layout, measure it out. Really don't want to do that in the rain, so it looks like that's today's job. And the other thing I need to do, I want to make a little short on yellow flowers, like an arrangement made with yellow flowers, because that's kind of the theme of the season right now. We've got the daffodils, wattle, and there was another one. What was it? Oh, the lemons. So I'm just going to go pick a few things, get them into the studio, so I've got that. That's a good rainy day job. This isn't the best stage to pick wattle. I'm just picking it at this stage because I'm using it tomorrow. I want it to look really open and fluffy. If you're not familiar with picking daffodils, you pick them and let them rest in water without any other flowers in the bucket, because they're going to leach out a sap, and that sap, if you've got other flowers in there, it's going to make them go off quicker. So you cut your daffodils, you rest them in water, and then you use them. You don't recut the stems. So you've also got to think ahead a little bit about how long you want these stems. Have a nice fun time.
I'll try.
I love you. I'll show the people the flowers in the back.
Okay.
Do you like how I refer to you as the people? It's a bit rude.
So how do you refer?
I don't know. Yeah, it's true. I mean, you are people. Come on.
The audience?
My treasured audience.
Oh, okay.
These are a treasured audience.
Yeah, they are.
I care about them. Okay, love you.
All right.
Have the best fun. Nah. Look at you and your smirk. All right. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, he skidded the wheel. So cute. Don't worry, because I haven't actually pruned this lemon tree for a few years, and this branch was going crossways through the actual tree, so it's fine. Just clean it up a little bit. But yeah, this is going to make a nice base for my arrangement. A couple of things about harvesting these flowers. So harvesting hellebores, do you see how the stamens in the middle adjust the little spikes? Everything's fallen off. This is a really good stage to harvest. They're going to have a really long vase life, like 3 weeks. But if it's still got all the stuff on the inside, it's not going to be a very long vase life. The other thing is the stage that I picked the daffodils at, this is way too open for most things. Like, that's a very short vase life now. You really want to pick it at gooseneck stage, and this is gooseneck. This is a little bit past, it's still gooseneck, but it's an old gooseneck. This one's not quite, it hasn't bent over yet. Did I pick one at the right stage? Probably not. Yeah, I did here, but it's really small. That's about the right stage you're looking for with a daffodil. Oranges, pick them whenever you want. And the wattle, this variety doesn't really do it, but you know, you want some of the little flowers open and then little buds. Okay, here's the big decision making aspect of the day. Moroni's gone to work. The kids are all at school until 4 o'clock. Well, actually 3:30. Do I go and sit on the couch and actually have a child-free rest for an hour, or do I go and start that job? because if I don't go start that job out in the paddock, I am going to have to do it in the rain tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed that interlude while I had a serious think. Decision's been made. I'm going to have a rest because I haven't been well. I just had the washing machine, which means I forgot to hang out the washing, and it's 2:30 in the afternoon. There's a breeze, it might dry. I'm going to go hang it on the line. I've just made a discovery. I was just looking out the window while I was sorting out the laundry, and there's a tree over here with yellow lichen all over it. So I'm going to go get some of that. You've got to admit, this is a discovery. I mean, look at that. So pretty. All right, now I've got to stop messing around and go and get this laundry on the line and then sit on the couch for what little time I have left now. I think I've got enough. And I put my yellow Crocs on for your visual pleasure. But look, I got some good textures, sticking with the yellow theme. I'm crazy, but I think I need a rock. So I'm now going to look for a rock. Hi Evelyn. Evelyn's been following along here for a long time. She's left like 110 comments across the channel, which is amazing, and she has a YouTube channel, so have a look at what she's got over there. I just want to say, very pretty scenery behind you today, Evelyn. And now my break is over and I have to go get the kids. We're here, the kids are here. See you tomorrow. Morning. Today's agenda changed a little bit. I just couldn't get any water out of the tap outside because it froze. The tap here, frozen. So I've got the water. She's looking cute. But yes, I'm running late. I've also got to go to the wholesaler. So let's get going, so I'm not making things worse by stumbling around saying I'm late. I think my hands are frozen. They're so cold. Thank you. Right, you ready to get your watering can? There you go.
It's good now.
Get it.
It's good now. I'm so happy.
Hello, I'm back. It's now the afternoon. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm trying to carry a million things, hence the weird angle and the shaking camera. Sorry about that. I've been to the wholesaler. I've made up all the flowers. I've been to this athletics thing for the kids. I have been uploading videos, which takes a while, and I've run out of time, so that sucks. But I just want to do one very quick little job. I want to run a string line and just double check the angle of the potential angle of the hothouse, which I don't think it can go where I wanted it to go, because as you know from the start of the video, that's what we're working on. We're getting this cocoon tunnel up. So let me just dump some of this stuff on the floor. Okay, I gotta put the drone somewhere. This is a really good little tool to have in your farm kit, just builder's line. And this is what I use to mark out, well, you can see it there, Moroni's got it set up. He marks out the beds each time after he's rotary hoed to keep our edges nice. And I use it for things like, I'm going to run it from this pole here all the way along to get my straight line. Me packed up for the day. Didn't get to this, but I can do that tomorrow afternoon. I have this one last delivery to do today, and that's us over and out. These projects I didn't get finished, we will have to finish in the next video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. If you'd like to join my Patreon, you can head over there to, well, you can just search on Patreon for Noble Flowers, or I'll put the link in the description below. So my hope is that we build a really nice supportive community in there where we can connect. I've just got 2 tiers. There's a really cheap one and a really expensive one, so you'll have to go have a look at what those are, and see you next week.